Hey everyone, it's me Gavin Vengeance, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be rating the burst animations for the Elysion company in Goddess of Victory Nikke, and today I am also joined once again by my cousin Jordan, who helped me previously rate each and every single one of the outfits for the various different Nikkes available in this game. Now today we are going to be rating each and every single one of the burst animations on a scale of 1 to 10, and unfortunately I wasn't able to find a very good source for the burst animations on YouTube that didn't contain any kind of like background music, or a lot of them kind of like cut off some of the voice lines for the characters and stuff. So I painstakingly went through each and every single one of the Nikkes that I did have access to, recorded their burst animations, and I also went and tried to find the official footage from the Nikke Twitter account in order to be able to make up all the gaps for the characters that I don't currently have access to. So a lot of work went into this, so if you guys wouldn't mind giving the video a thumbs up, and also please consider subscribing to the channel, it would mean a lot. Anyways, me and Jordan are going to end up rating the Elysion company. If you guys want to see anything else in the future, probably Miscellaneous or Tetra, Pilgrim, you know, all that stuff, let us know down in the comments below, and we will also try to record that video for you guys. So, without further ado, let's dive into it. Starting off with our first character, who's going to be Anchor. So, we'll listen to the voice line starting off, just to see what the character's burst is going to be, and, you know, just to hear their voiceover. I never recorded any of the sound effects or anything that go along in the background, so those will be missing, and the music from the game is also going to be missing as well. I just wanted to record the voice lines for this, but we will take a look at the burst animation, we'll let it loop, we'll slow it down, and we'll really, like, pick it apart and see just what we think of each and every single one of the animations. So, without further ado, let's start off with our first character, Anchor.
Is this? Oh yeah, that's it.
Pretty cool.
Pretty simple, right?
Yeah.
Is this?
I like the
Oh,
back,
yeah,
like,
that's it.
animation of that, like, the green circle that comes
Yeah.
up behind her, right? So let's slow it down a little bit, and then that way we can really talk about, like, the animation on this. Dude, they put a lot of attention to detail in her outfit again, right? Like, that's something that we did notice prior as well. But I think it's a pretty safe animation in terms of a burst.
Yeah.
I do like the little, like, I don't even know what it's called.
It's like the heart sensor.
Yeah, like, it's same thing as, like...
It's like a heart monitor.
Yeah, heart monitor, there you go. Exactly what it is, the graph, right? In the
Yeah.
background. I was trying to find out, like, the name, I just couldn't get it on the tip of my tongue, but, yeah, I don't know, I like a lot of the background elements, like the aura and stuff like that she has going on around her with, like, the ring and everything, and, again,
awesome.
just, like, the little details in the, I'm guessing there's, like, a girder or something that she's sitting on, or some kind of, like, beam, but, like, there's, like, a couple of scratches and stuff like that. Maybe it's on the edge of the, ship.
Okay.
The Aegis Squad has a ship. It's called... Shit, man, why can't I remember the name of it?
Don't get it wrong! Don't get it wrong!
Dude, I know the name of it. The Admire. It's called The Admire. Again, guys, this is all literally off the top of my head. I forget things. My apologies. But, what do you think? I think it looks pretty cool.
I think it looks great.
I'd say baseline animation, for me, probably 5 out of 10.
Yeah, 5. I agree.
5 out of 10 as well.
5 out of 10.
Very middle of the road. Again, we have to keep it in mind that she is an SR character. She's not an SSR.
Right.
So the burst animations, they probably will vary a little bit in terms of quality and stuff like that, in my opinion. But overall animation, really love the quality of the animation.
Yeah, I like the quality. Great quality.
In terms of, like, what she's actually providing from this burst, like, there's not a whole lot of action or anything going on, right? It's just, again, just the little cast icon. It looks like a sonar, right? That's a sonar that's going off behind her, because you can see little blips on it.
Yeah.
But that's why it really helps to slow it down a little bit. You can kind of see that, right? Like, the little details.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd say 5 out of 10 for me.
5, yeah.
5 out of 10?
Yep.
For Anchor. Let's move on to our next character, who will be Brid. So, we're going to listen to the animation, or to the sound of it.
The target. Fire.
I didn't really quite hear it. You?
Aim for the target. Maximum output. Fire.
There we
Okay,
go.
maximum output fire. I had to turn up a little bit on our end, my
Aim for the
apologies.
target. Maximum output. Fire.
Target maximum output fire. So I'll slow it down again, and that way we can get a look at it. Holy side boob.
Yeah, it's a lot of side boob.
Holy side boob.
Yeah.
Jeez, dude. I think that's pretty much...
They put a lot of detail into, like, just into that, like, visual effect itself, right?
Yeah.
When they go into their ultimate, that is crazy.
It's kind of like you're looking down at her through, like, some kind of, like, security camera as well, because it's really, like, fish-eyed. like the lens and everything.
Yeah.
But just Brid's overall character design, you know, she's all about that side boob.
Right,
She got the little like mole there, right, on the side of her breast, and just like literally everything, right? She's there with the tablet in her hands, as she always pretty much has. And then she's obviously executing the command
she
to
hits
fire,
the fire
right?
button, yep.
Which is pretty damn sick in my opinion. I like it. She's in a command center of sorts, from what I can tell. But yeah, there's a lot of little elements, right? Like you see a graph on this
the
thing.
number pad too, like over on the right side.
Yeah,
there.
literally
so
everything
cool.
is animated in this, right?
Yeah.
I'd say this is definitely a step up from the last one for me, in my own opinion.
I agree.
What would you rate it?
I would give this a 7.
7?
Yep.
I 100% would go with a 7.
Yeah.
This is a step up. I'd say definitely a 2-point increase.
Yeah, for sure.
It's totally not just a side boob, but I mean, like, it's literally all the other little elements going on in the animation.
This ain't an outfits video.
No. It's not an outfits video.
No.
This is we're rating the burst.
Right.
So that's gonna give you guys our thoughts for Brid. Let's move on to our next character.
Yep.
Who's going to be D. And let me just unmute stuff here again. Speed it back up.
Gauging.
Dude.
That's so cool. It's so dark and ominous. Like, that's crazy.
What does she say? Hold on.
Target sighted. Engaging.
Target sighted, engaging.
Yep.
Dude, that looks sick, man.
It's
Slow it
so
down.
dark.
But look at the animation on that, right?
Right.
Dude, it turns like all pure like anime style too, right?
Right.
It's like, okay, I'm about to go berserk right now.
Yeah.
Like you can see the look in her eyes where she is ready to kill, right?
So dark. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that, dude. That aesthetic is that's insane.
It really fits her character too, because
Right.
she's pretty much a hired assassin, right?
Right.
But I love that, and then again, just like the entire like transition of the axe swing as well, right? The hatchet.
It looks like she's assassinating someone.
Yeah,
Right?
essentially,
like,
right?
Like you're on the ground and you're getting assassinated is what that looks like.
Yeah, she's coming in for the killing blow, right?
Yeah. That is awesome, dude.
It is. That's a really sick animation.
Yeah.
What would you give it out of 10?
I would give this a 9.
9 out of 10?
Yeah. This is good, dude.
It is really damn good. You're
It
not
is,
wrong.
yeah.
But I'll give it an 8. I'll give it an 8 just because, again, I've seen better burst animations, but I'll give it an 8. So you're going 9?
Yep.
All right, 8 and 9 for D. Let's move on to our next character, Diesel.
Reload. May victory be ours.
I should probably speed it up, right?
Yeah.
Reload. May victory be ours.
What do you think?
This almost seems very basic.
It is very basic. There's
Yeah.
not a whole lot going on.
Yeah, not.
Again, the real animation here obviously is like the feathers, the dandelions, the leaves, the
Right,
petals. That's
yeah.
where the majority of the animation is going on with
Yep.
this. And then I do like the little gleam on her earring. I'll say that much. Diesel, I think, is a very underrated character in my opinion. And then obviously, you have like the lens flare and everything too that
Right.
kind of comes in there.
Yeah.
But again, doesn't really have a whole lot of action going on,
No, not really.
right? It's
It's a lot more settled down than the last one.
it's tame. It's very middle of the road again, in my opinion. Definitely not as good as D. That's for damn sure.
No.
And also not as good as Brid. I'd put it in the same vein as Anchor.
Yeah.
What would you give it for a rating?
I would only give this a 4.
A 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I can kind of see that. I'm gonna give it a 5.
Yeah.
Just because again, I find it's very in line with Anchor. Which is actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna decrease it. I'm gonna give it a 4.
Yeah.
And the reason being is because she's an SSR character. Anchor's an SR character.
Right.
So I'll go with 4 as well. I was thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I'll give it a 5, and then I'm like, wait, no, she's an SSR character. We deserve a little bit better.
Right,
here.
yeah.
So we'll go with 4 for me, 4 for you.
Yep.
That's it for Diesel. Let's move on to our next character, Emma.
I'll give you attention.
Badass character.
Did that speed up?
I'll give you my full attention.
I'll give you my full attention.
Yep. The hearts pop out.
God
too.
damn.
Yeah. The hurt like pops
It's not
out.
just the hurts, man. It's not just the hurts.
When he comes out for animation, there's a heart glowing on her back.
Yeah.
It's so cool, dude.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah.
And I like all the like the hearts that are bulging in the
Yeah.
you know, in the
Because the
foreground.
hearts are the only thing
Yeah,
bulging,
so
right?
it's just it's the hearts pop out.
hearts
That's what we're gonna
everywhere.
go with.
Yeah.
The hearts pop out.
Yeah.
Again, I don't know. What do you think? Give me your honest opinion of this. What do you think of this burst animation? She's a healer. I'll put that out there as well. So that's something to keep in mind.
Her being a healer, so all the hearts and stuff, and her giving, she's giving you all her attention.
Your full attention.
Yeah, being a healer, I love that. That's actually great. But like, it's so like middle of the road. You know what I mean? It's just like
it's not a lot of action going on there.
Really
realistically,
not,
right?
Yeah, it's very middle of the road. Like for me. I love that they did, like, her being a healer, all her hearts, all her attention. I like it. But, like, straight up, it's just 5.
It is a 5.
Yeah.
It is a 5.
It is. Yeah.
This, I would say, is definitely on the lower end of, like, SSR character animations, in my opinion.
Yep.
Again, there's a lot of little details, don't get me wrong. And I do love the animation style of it. Obviously, we love the jiggle physics. It's a great aspect of it.
Yeah.
But, this just goes to show that doesn't instantly make something a 9 or a 10.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's safe. It's a 5.
Yeah.
It's pretty basic in my opinion, right? So let's move on to our next character, Yunhwa.
I want to build a
Reloading. Every last stinking one of you.
Every last stinking one of you? Is that what she says?
Sounds
I'll put
like
a bullet in every last stinking one of you.
She says something else beforehand. Hold on.
I want to build a
Reloading. I'll put a bullet in every last stinking one of you.
Oh shit, that's great. I'll put a bullet in every last stinking one of
I'll put a
you.
bullet in every last stinking one of you.
wow.
That is actually sick. That is actually sick.
That's insane. I love that.
Now
That's
that
cool.
is an SSR animation.
Yeah.
If there is one, in my opinion.
In the helicopter with a sniper rifle.
I know, dude.
Badass.
And then
dude.
you get like all the like wind animation going by, right? Like you can tell she's in movement. You get the little gleam on the end of the barrel as well, right?
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.
That is actually a sick animation.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm talking about. This is a burst animation where you see action.
Right, yeah.
She's literally sniping from a helicopter.
Yeah, it's awesome.
It's too bad that she wasn't a more useful character.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, Yunhwa users out there, but I wish she was a little bit better because this animation is so damn good in my opinion.
Yeah, this is a great animation.
In my opinion, that's a 9 out of 10.
Yeah, I agree.
That
100%.
is a 9 out of 10 animation for a burst. That's sick, dude. And I love her character design as well. Again, I just wish she was more. Please buff Yunhwa, please. Anyways, we'll move on to our next character. We have Guillotine.
Ultra Worm Blast!
Everyone's firing all at once.
Super Ultra Worm Blast!
Super
Everyone's
Ultra
firing all-
Worm Blast, I think is what she says. What do you think? I know I just muted it. You lean into here, but I'm pretty sure she says Super Ultra Worm Blast.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it. It's cool. Super cool. I like the colors too.
I like the pose.
Yeah.
Pose, the whole like
The
hand
color scheme,
animation
the
stuff.
pose, yeah.
The glowing eye. I'll say this much, and I know you're not at this point in the story yet, but knowing stuff that happens later in the chapters gives a whole lot of like background to this burst animation that I absolutely love. And if you know, you know. And if you don't, then I'd highly encourage you to play through it so that way you do know. But, dude, I think she looks great in that animation.
She does.
She doesn't have her eye patch on, which is really, really damn cool. But in terms of the animation, it is fairly basic in my opinion. You know, you get the little bit of like the zoom out. You get the glowing like red moon or whatever behind her, and then the buildings on each side of her with the sick ass pose, and then the aura, like the dark aura, right?
Yeah. The purple and the red aura. That's awesome.
It is really cool.
Yeah.
What do you think overall?
For me, just because I don't know a whole lot of backstory on this character, I would actually probably give this a 6.
6?
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you.
Knowing
the backstory,
color scheme, right?
Like even knowing like what happens later in the events and everything, the animation itself is really damn good.
Yeah.
But I'll go 7 just because of that that occurrence
Right.
of seeing her
Yeah.
in her like starring moment, in my opinion, in the storyline so far. I'll go 7. You'll go 6.
Yep.
So that's our ratings for Guillotine. Let's move on to our summer version of Helm, Aquamarine, and I'm not gonna say anything. Let's just move on to it, and we'll cover it right now. We'll speed things up. Let's unmute. Let's go.
Aegis cannon, full steam ahead! Open fire!
Wow.
Right?
That's awesome.
Right?
Aegis
That
cannon,
is
full
awesome.
steam ahead! Open fire!
Wow. Whoa, dude.
Let's slow that down.
Yeah, dude, whoa.
Dude, the flick of the sword, the pose, the splashing of all the water,
A giant
the gigantic
cannon.
wave behind
Yeah.
the admire, and then the beam cannon going off, and then not to mention that bikini bottom. Holy jeez, dude, come on, man.
Wait, there was a bikini bottom? Where? I didn't see it.
Dude.
I didn't
it's-
see anything.
Good lord. This character design, top notch.
Yeah. Top tier.
But we're not reading the outfit. I
Right.
forgot. So,
Yes.
burst animation overall,
First animation overall.
fantastic. I like again the
There's so much
shininess
action
on
in
the
it,
gem
though.
on the tip of the sword.
Right.
The flick of the sword, literally the lens flare, the wave, the beam, the other waves, the admire. It just
There's a lot happening in this.
it's freaking crazy.
It's
How do you take
insane.
it all in such a short amount of time, right?
Yeah, this is great, dude.
Like I really feel like you need to slow down this burst animation in
you
order
do.
to truly appreciate it.
Right. It's a lot of detail.
What do you think overall?
This for me is a 10.
It's a 10 out of 10.
Easy 10.
It's an easy
Yes.
10 out of 10.
Yeah.
It
There's
is-
so much on to go in it, and it's awesome. Especially when it's slowed down, you actually get to see it all, right?
I'll slow it down even more. I don't even care.
Yeah, it's awesome, dude.
It is incredibly well animated,
Right.
right? It's insane. Literally each and every single little frame of like the zooms and the
Right.
transitions and then the again each and every single one of the effects.
It also makes her burst seem so powerful.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is.
right?
It's crazy, dude. But that's my thought of it. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10, yeah.
Let's move on to Base Helm and her original burst, which is
Aegis cannon. Full speed ahead! Aegis cannon, fire!
Wow.
right.
She's
Faster,
awesome, dude.
stronger.
She's got some really damn sick animations.
Her
in my
animations
opinion.
are
Aegis cannon,
great, dude.
Fire!
By far one of my favorite
And
characters.
she looks really like in control and powerful, just in her original.
right.
Yeah, like
And she is the leader of the Aegis squad,
right. Yeah,
as she should be, right?
Yes,
That pose, and then like the coat just kind of like waving around in the
Yeah.
background. Her issuing the command, again, the gigantic beam cannon. It's freaking crazy.
It's
all
great, yeah.
the shininess and the glare on the admire in the background. Again, the gigantic like swooshing of the wind going onto the dock of it.
the
like
pose,
it's
everything.
It's
yeah,
crazy.
everything about it. You know, it's her animations are so great, dude. Like,
They went all in on Helm.
yeah,
Right?
100%.
What do you think of base version Helm?
I'll give this a 10 too.
10 out of 10?
Yep.
I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Just because I don't find it as good as Aquamarine's version.
It
the
is not.
summer
It is
version.
not as good, but it's still a 10 for me. Yeah.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
I can agree with that,
Yeah.
but I'm still gonna go 9. I'll
Right.
go 9,
Yep.
you go 10. We'll move on. It's still a very high rating because
Yeah.
she's so damn sick. But let's move on to our next character, who I believe you really like the design of, Maiden.
Kotodama, the power hidden within one's
Yep.
words.
What do you think of that one?
Kotodama, the power hidden within one's words.
She's awesome,
Right?
dude.
Slow it down. Again, there's a lot of stuff going on here with the
There's a
effects,
lot,
right?
Yeah. She's almost like she's using a spell.
She is definitely using some sort of spell
Right.
that involves her tongue. It's
Right.
Yeah, I won't go into any more than that.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it is definitely a spell.
Yeah.
I'll say it's a spell, an incantation possibly.
Yeah, it's very cool. It's very dark.
What do you think overall though? There's a lot of different effects. You kind of see like spotlights going off down below
Right.
the buildings and stuff like that in the background. All the incantation and everything, the circle that pops up, right? It's all just like pulsing out.
Yep.
You get all the different little like particle effects. Again, a little like it seems like a puff of smoke or something from the bottom of the screen.
It's a very short burst animation too.
It is incredibly short.
Very, yeah.
You're right. Like if I was playing that at real time, like it literally happens in a snap. It's very fast.
Yeah, this needs to be slowed down. Yeah.
Yeah. But she is a great looking character regardless. Again, a lot of little details here, but overall, what do you think of the animation, the bursts?
I like it. I like the color. I like this character too. I would give this an 8.
An 8?
Yeah. It's so slow. It's so like short.
It's very brief.
It's very brief, but like still, there's a lot of detail gone into it, which I appreciate. So for me, this is gonna get an 8.
I get it. I would give this a 6, and the reason I'd give it a 6 is because again, I find it's very similar in the same vein as like Anchor and Diesel. There's not a whole lot of action going on. There's you get the particle effects, the enchantment,
might be a little bit of attachment to the character for me. Maybe a little bit.
She is aesthetically one of the best looking characters in game for sure.
Yeah.
But for me personally, the overall animation, like I do see the reflection of the moon and everything on the background behind her and stuff like that, which is really cool. Don't get me wrong. But I'd go 6 just because I find it is a little bit more of a step above Anchor and Diesel.
Yeah.
But again, at the same time, it's still not a whole lot better in my opinion. That's why I'd go 6. So 6 for me, 8 for you.
Yep.
All right, let's move on to our next character, who is a brand new character,
Kotodama, the power.
Marciana. So this one, unfortunately, I don't have access to right now. Good lord! Good lord!
Oh, wow!
So this is one of the ones that I did have to get off of the official Nikke's Twitter account.
Okay.
Which is why it's recorded this way, why it looks this way. I know our camera's probably in the way. I should probably move that, so I'll do that right now so that way you guys can see the entirety of the burst animation here.
I feel like somebody's being a little bit naughty.
Yeah. Yeah, she's ready to lay down the law. We'll say that much.
Yep.
What do you think of the burst animation?
It's revealing. Very revealing.
Yeah, you gotta love that under boob, right?
Yeah, it's a little intense. You know.
Yeah, that's
She's making me a little shy. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, I'm gonna move our camera back over here because that's taken care of. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should just leave it over here. I'll leave it over here. And I know I'm not gonna edit that out, so sorry guys. But anyways, I'm gonna leave it over there because we're gonna have other characters that are gonna be in the similar nature as this recording, unfortunately. But I do not have unlimited funds to access all of these characters, and I don't have the resources available right now to be able to display all of the burst animations, so we're going to have to bear with it. But anyways, this is Marciana. Again, it's very simplistic, it's very short,
yes,
but she gets the point across, right? You're in trouble.
Yeah. She's in charge, yeah.
You see the animations of each and every single crack of the little like whip or whatever she's using there, and again the I'm looking down on you look there, right? Like, oh, you're in trouble. It's almost like she sat on you, and you're in trouble.
Yeah, I agree.
I really dig that. I like the angle choice. It's great, man. Again, just the way that she like caresses the whip too, right? Like, you're in for it. What do you think of Marciana for her burst?
I like it. I think it's great. I give this an 8 as well.
Yeah, I go 8. Yeah, 100%.
100%. Yeah,
8 out of 10. And the reason being, I know, sure, it's not the most robust burst animation that we've seen yet, but it's just the implied.
It's
you're
interesting
in trouble,
content.
You're getting disciplined.
Yeah,
and I like that aesthetic because she is a teacher.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. She's a teacher at the MMR vocational school.
Breaking out the whip.
And you are in trouble. She's gonna crack down on you. Right?
She is the law.
I like that. So 8 out of 10 for both of us. Let's move on from Marciana into our next character, who is somebody that you probably should recognize from the beginning of the game. And yeah, I threw her into her proper squad, so you're welcome. Let's move on to our next character, Marion. Oh, my bad. Let's try that again. Marion.
For class to begin. I will protect you, Commander.
Very, very brief.
Very brief.
Right?
I will protect you, Commander.
I will protect you, Commander.
very brief, very short.
So Marion is the very first character you get introduced to in the story of the game. Is the very first character that you'll ever see a burst animation for. And I won't say anything else just in case you guys haven't played the game yet. But I mean, Marion, in my opinion, is a fantastic character. I absolutely love her. I love her character design.
There's a lot of little details in her.
There are, too, and I know that I left her out for like rate the outfit, which I probably shouldn't have. But again, I'm going to leave it at that. We're here rating the bursts. Right. So bursts, very brief, very simple. I do like, again, it's almost like an action hero kind of like style burst where she's like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm diving out of the way of this explosion that's going on behind me. She's just trying to get out of the way of the danger there, right? What do you think?
I'd give this a 6.
A 6?
Yeah.
Okay. For how brief it is, possibly. But there is a lot of like, there's a lot of animation going on with the explosion and everything behind her, and you kind of see like different like I don't know if it's like a shockwave or something that's going on in the front of her from that burst or whatever. But there's a lot of like sparkle effects and everything that come up from the bottom.
Jumping down to protect you, the commander. I think that's what she's doing. She's like, "I'll protect you, commander." She's kind of like blocking you. I think she's
shielding you from the blast. Holy shit! How did I not realize that?
Yeah, that's what she's doing. Yeah.
That totally makes sense.
Yeah, that's exactly what she's
doing. That
doing.
really makes me appreciate it a little bit more, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I'll give it a 7. I didn't realize that's good eye, man. Good eye. I would not have picked up on that.
Yeah, that's
I was just thinking like, oh yeah, she's trying to get out of the way of the blast. She's trying to save you.
Yeah, exactly.
Holy shit. Yeah, dude. Good eye, man.
It does make me appreciate it more as well. I'm giving it a 7 too.
Yeah, it's a 7. It's a 7. Now that I know the context, that's great. Dude, I would never caught that, man. Let's move on to our next character. One of my favorite introduction characters that we recently got introduced to. So let's take a look at Marion. Or no, Mast. My bad. Mast. So this is our character, Mast.
I'll send you down to Davy Jones' locker.
I love that line, dude.
So cool.
I love that line, dude. I'll send you down to Davy Jones' locker.
Having a drink out of the flask?
Yeah, she's got the flask there. She's got her parrot who's just like bugging out on her shoulder too. His eyes are freaking googly as hell. And that angle, good lord.
The burst animations a lot of them are super quick though, hey?
They are very quick, but good lord, that angle. Holy Mast is all I'm saying.
Mast is a little busty.
Yeah. That is quite the angle, but very safe. I'll say that much.
Yeah.
The animation overall, the only thing I'm really looking at is kind of the obvious big things there. Parrot.
The parrot,
The parrot's really what, I like the eye animation, don't get me wrong. I like
his wing up too. He's just hanging out. Yeah.
I can't remember the parrot's name for the life of me. And again, I'm going to get skewered in all the comments for forgetting all this stuff. But again, it's literally all improvised, guys. We don't research anything. We don't look at anything. I'm literally just going based on memory alone. And it'll hit me eventually. But, dude, he's kooky as hell. That's the only thing I can say about him. But I would give this animation, in my opinion, it's another 5. Yeah, it's a 5 out of 10.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. 5,
it's nothing too crazy. Obviously, again, it's more fan servicey than like the other ones that we've seen.
Right. Yep.
But it's very tame. It's very safe in my opinion. So I'd give it 5 out of 10.
Yeah, I agree.
5 out of 10.
Yeah.
All right, Mash. 5 out of 10 for you. Let's move on to our next character, Miranda.
I'll make more efforts. Whoa, I'm filled with power. I'll make more efforts. Whoa, I'm filled with power.
Very safe as well.
I'll make more efforts. Whoa, I'm filled with power. I think that's what she says. Again, very safe.
Yeah.
Very plain. I'll say that much.
Yeah, super
Obviously,
plain.
she's supposed to be a type of enforcement with the police tape and everything that comes up, right? I do like it, but it's not crazy, right? There's not a lot of action. It's like, I'm gonna salute and then animation end, right?
Right. Yeah.
It's very, very safe. I'll give this one honestly a 4.
I was gonna say 4.
I'll honestly give it a 4.
Yeah,
I do notice that there are like hues of blue and red that signify like the sirens. But there's not a whole lot again, right? It's very similar in the same vein as like Mask with like the eye glow or
Right,
whatever, and then
yep.
like obviously the cross animation when she does the salute and everything, and the police tape. But I'll give it a 4 because I don't really find that it's as well animated. There's something there's a little bit
yeah.
rough around the edges.
It does. It seems like
It's almost like a downgrade, right?
Yeah, it is. It seems like it's less, just a lot less than the other animations.
Yeah, it's weird. It's almost kind of out of place, I find. But I'll give it a 4. You go 4 as well.
Yeah.
4 for Miranda. Let's move on to our next character. We have Neon Blue Ocean, the summer version of Neon.
Okay.
I'll speed that up again. So again, this is another one that I had to record off their official Twitter page. Good lord.
There's a lot on the go.
Good lord.
There's a lot on the go.
Holy.
Upgrade. There's an upgrade.
It's a massive upgrade from
Yeah,
the last one.
yeah.
So let's slow it down. I'll say this much. It is very brief again,
Very.
but the wave, the splash, the
There's
floaty
just
that she
more
sat
going
on, right?
Yeah.
It's cool. It's not as good as the other summer character that we've seen so far, Aquamarine
Right.
Helm. It's not that good in my opinion, but it's not bad. I'll say
No.
that much.
Yeah.
What do you think overall? Is there anything that you can see that's something that I don't even know what kind of scenario we're supposed to be seeing here? It's literally just her
I think she's just
enjoying-
having fun at the beach.
She's just enjoying fun
Yeah,
at the
there's
beach,
just
right? Or
water
at the pool or
splashing,
whatever. That's
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
There's not really a whole lot else that can be really taken away from it.
Right.
It's a little bit weird because I feel like she's not a healer. Correct me if I'm wrong again, but I feel like she's an attack-based unit. So, or maybe she's support. I don't think she's support either. I feel like she's an attacker. So it's kind of weird that there wouldn't be any kind of like attack indication there, right? It's
Right.
literally just like, I'm chilling out on my floaty and water splashing around.
Right.
Her glasses fly off her head though. I just
Yeah.
noticed that because she does have glasses on
Yep.
initially, and then they go flying when she splashes down. That's pretty cool. That I wouldn't have caught that only for the slowdown.
The jiggle physics in the
Yeah,
in the
it's
verse are
great.
great.
It's great. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah. I agree.
for me, there are a little bit of attention to detail things that are going
Yeah.
on here with the splash and everything. Again, the glasses, stuff like that. I'd give it a 7. I think it's a safe 7.
I think so too. I think it's a safe
7, right?
Yeah.
It's good.
They put a lot of detail into it, right?
They did.
They did. Yeah.
I just feel like again, if she is an attack based unit, all right, no, she's healing. She is healing. I just seen like
she might be
healings-
getting healed.
or maybe she is getting healed.
Yeah.
I don't even know, dude.
Right.
I honestly, I seen the unit. I thought she was an attacker unit. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm completely wrong. I don't know. But anyways, I didn't pull for her, which is why I don't have the burst
Yeah,
animation readily available. I had to go and record this off their Twitter page, but it's a 7.
Yeah, 7.
7?
Yeah.
All right, agreed. Let's move on. Next character, Neon, regular base version, Neon.
They went safe on this one too.
Time for the grand finale!
Time for the grand finale.
Super quick, very short. I mean, the gun is awesome. The
Yeah,
animation
she's
for the
all
gun-
about firepower, right?
Right. Yeah.
This is definitely a gigantic take, like different take from the
Very
Blue
different,
Ocean
yeah.
version of her, right?
Right,
Like her
yeah.
summer version seems a lot more like playful. She's way more like
A lot more
she's
serious.
combat ready. She's
Yeah.
serious. She's ready to throw down.
I
right?
agree.
I do like the fact that she does have the shell in her mouth and she just kind of like
That's
spits it,
super
right?
cool. Yeah.
It is pretty cool. I like the explosions going off in the background. The palm tree just kind of waving around up in the corner and stuff
Right.
like that. I do feel like it is very similar though, in terms of like animation style to a couple of other ones that we have
Right,
seen.
yep.
I do like the cutaways on the corners though, with
Yeah,
the
that's
with the
cool.
black like
Yeah.
anime style. Like, all right, like we're gonna zoom in here and really
Yeah, I
show
like
the
that
action.
as well. Yep.
I'd give it a 7.
I give this one a 7 too. I like that she's got her ammo all wrapped around her arm. It's super cool.
Yep. Yeah, I would definitely give it a 7. Maybe it's not even a round or something that's in her mouth or shell. Maybe it's like some sort of like
No, that's a shell.
Is it a shell?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go. It's a shell.
Yeah.
If we're wrong, again, correct us down in the comments below. 7 for both of us for Neon, and it was 7 for the Blue Ocean version as well.
Yeah.
I feel like it is kind of in the similar vein, so
Sure.
I'm glad we went with that. Let's move on to our next character, Polly.
Police Officer Polly is here. Let me be your escort.
Police Officer Polly is here. Let me be
Police
your
Officer
escort.
Polly is here. Let me be your escort.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Very middle of the road. Yeah.
I will say this much. I do appreciate that they do have the other mass-produced Nikkes surrounding her, that they just kind of like part way, and then it allows Polly to be like the front and center unit here, right?
I agree. I like that.
That's pretty cool. Again, very similar to Miranda with the salute. You obviously again have the different flashing lights as well. It's cool. The police tape at the bottom, the grid behind the background. She provides an attack boost. I know her burst because I do use her from time to time in Elysian Tower. So, again, I like it, but I will say it's probably a 6 for me. Just because it is similar to Miranda, but I feel like the animation quality is better than Miranda's. Like, she seems like a lot more higher fidelity than Miranda does in her burst animation.
Yeah.
And even though it's in a similar nature, there is a little bit more movement going on here. Like I said, with the other mass-produced Nikkes just kind of like parting out of the way around her and just kind of like surrounding. And then again with the zoom animations, the police tape, the background grid and everything, I'll give it a 6. It's not quite a 7, but for me, it's a 6.
I'll give it a 5.
5?
Yeah.
So you find it's pretty much similar to Miranda then in that case.
It's very middle of the road. Just,
not a whole lot going on.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
But I think for me, it's just other like finer little details, and again, just the bump in quality, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So we'll go 5 and a 6 for Polly. Let's move on to our next character, Privity.
Commence bombardment. Faster, stronger, keep shooting. We can do it.
I like that the animation continues on though. You see that?
It does.
All the
100%.
missiles come behind her, and then all the missiles come down.
Well, it was the
on the
same.
battlefield.
Yeah, it was the same difference with Polly with the grid and everything that pops up behind her. It goes out into the front of the characters. But I will say this much: it is incredibly quick. Like I feel like this is the fastest burst.
Yeah, it's so
out
short.
of all of them so far.
It is so short.
By far, this is the fastest burst. I'm slowing it down again because of how fast that burst is.
Yeah.
It's stupid fast.
It's so short.
Puts her hand up, calls into command,
Yep.
sends out the rockets. They all come down after the burst ends, but there's like barely any movement in that animation for that burst whatsoever. Like you got the still soldiers that are just kind of there in the background. They're not even moving, right? They're not even animated.
Yeah, no.
They're just there.
Yeah, she
They're
just
literally set
leans
pieces.
back, puts her hand up, calls it in, and it's over.
Yeah. In my opinion, this is the weakest burst out of all of them. I don't know what you think, but I'll let you give your rating first. That's what I think. I think it's very... This is the weakest one.
I give this a 4. 3,
4?
3?
3, 4?
Yeah.
I'm going to give this a 2.
Yeah.
I'm seriously going to give that a 2, just because, again, she is an SSR unit. She is actually incredibly useful.
Right.
She's one of the only characters that's actually able to stun everybody else in PvP. She is a fantastic unit if you end up getting other core advancements and everything on her as well. I think it is a crying shame that the animation on this burst is so simplistic.
Tell you how low of a tier it is. I'm looking at the other characters while her burst is going on.
That's what I'm saying, though, right? It is very, very basic. Like, I'm talking...
super basic.
This is... Alright, this is our very first animation that we're going to design for a burst for any character ever. That's it. That's my thoughts on this one.
Yeah.
That is a 2
3,
out of 10 for me.
Yeah, 3.
3 for you?
2, 3. Yeah.
Okay. I was gonna say this is weak as hell.
Yeah.
I do appreciate the speed if I was gonna be watching all of them, but let's be honest, 90% of us either have it turned on to display the animation once whenever we log in, or we just have it on simple, which literally just gives you a cut of the character and then it goes away. Or you just have it completely turned off. So I'm just gonna say it for sake of the animation. It is a 2. Move on to the next character.
Stronger.
Let's go with our next character, Rappy.
Focus fire.
I love Rappy. She's such an awesome character.
She is an incredible character.
She is.
That is a basic ass burst.
It is. She just kneels, lines up her shot.
She literally just lines up her shot.
That's it.
There's a little blast of dust. You get the fire in the background. You got a couple of like stray bullets going by.
Yep.
The glare on the sight. But she's literally just taking aim.
That's it.
That's it.
That's it. This is her animation.
Again, SR unit, I will keep that in mind. SR unit. So, really going to be comparing this against the other SR Anchor that we've seen so far, and Neon as well. Neon we gave a 7. Anchor we gave a 5. I'm going to say for this basic ass animation, as much as I love Rappy,
Rappy, awesome character, yeah.
this is a 4.
I would not go that high.
You wouldn't go that high?
No. This is a 2.
A 2?
Yeah.
That's a 2 for you?
So low.
Dude, I don't think that's as bad as Privity's. Come on now.
Like, it's...
I know she's only taking aim, but I mean,
that's all she's doing.
Privity's literally got nothing going on. She's not even moving.
I know,
She's not even moving. Come on, man. I'd give it a 4. He's gonna go 2.
Yeah.
We'll agree to disagree.
We love Rappy, but that's...
But it is pretty low tier regardless.
It's
Anyways,
very low, yeah.
Let's
I agree.
move on to our other characters. Signal.
Danger, please.
That's
Request
hilarious. That is hilarious.
Full panic mode.
danger, please. Requesting backup.
Yeah.
Please, requesting backup. Somebody come help me. God, we're dying.
She's in a lot of danger, yep.
Oh, dude. There's a lot going on in that. It is definitely your comic relief burst.
Yep. I agree.
But it's literally her entire purpose when it comes to Nikke, right?
Yeah.
She's a support unit.
She's calling in help.
She's calling back up. Her name
Yep.
is Signal. She's literally just communications.
She's
right?
doing her job, yeah.
Somebody get over here. We're all dying,
Yeah.
please.
Yep. Good comic relief for sure.
Yeah, and it's very like cartoony as well, right?
Yeah.
Like the lightning bolts that are kind of like just flaring around all over the place, and even just like the
It's very like comic book-esque.
yeah, but like
yeah.
the sound like little sound lines or whatever coming out of the phone as well. That literally just all the sweat just pouring down as well, the panic, right? I think this is really well animated in my opinion.
I agree. Very well animated.
I love it, and again, just like the keychain jiggling, like they got all of the little minor details going along with this burst as well.
Agreed.
Dude, I love this, and then the explosion in the background going off as well. I would give this an 8 out of 10. Honestly, I really would.
I would too. I would
8
give
out
this
of
an
10?
8. Yep.
Yeah, that's totally an 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
And Signal is not a character I use a whole lot, but that is a great burst animation. That is an 8 out of 10. Anyways, we'll move on to Celine, our next character.
I'm coming. I'll take care of this. And you can take that to the bank.
There's a lot going on here.
I'll take care of this.
I'm coming. I'll take care of this. And you can take that to the bank.
And you can take that to the bank? Is that what she says?
Yeah.
Pretty sure. Something like that anyways. I like it. It's pretty cool. Again, you got that like cutout really focusing on her eyes, and then you see the camera kind of back off and everything.
Yeah.
She's just got like the 2 SMGs locked and loaded, ready to go. She's pretty much saying like, all right, I'm gonna cover you. You take off and you go do what you need to do. And then again, you get all like the different like bullet animations, everything in the foreground too. Really cool.
They gave her a little bit more screen time than a lot of the other characters.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
definitely a longer burst for sure
Right.
compared to the other characters.
Yep.
But I do also like, again, the perspective changes because you get, again, the zoom in on the eyes, you get the glare from that, the shot, she turns the SMG sideways,
Yeah.
shoots again, right?
It's a lot of attention to detail.
And then,
It's
again, you
great.
get the perspective change. Like I said, the camera just kind of like twists, right?
Right, yeah.
It's really damn cool. And then the flickering like lights and everything.
Super cool.
I like it.
I like
it a
this
lot.
animation a lot.
What do you think of Soline's burst?
I give this an 8.
An 8 out of 10?
Yeah.
I'd go 7. And the main reason for it is because I think we've seen other things that are a little bit better, in my opinion. Do I think it's better than, like, Neon Blue Ocean? Maybe slightly, but I don't think a full point better, in my opinion. So I'd say it's a 7. You'd say 8?
Yep.
7 and an 8 for Soline. Let's move on to our last Elysian character for this video, who happens to be Vesti.
Don't come any closer or I'll have to kill you all.
Whoa.
Right?
Whoa. Whoa.
Don't come any closer or I'll have to kill you all.
She went demonic.
That is a really sick animation.
That
dude.
is awesome.
The shattering glass just falling down around her. Again, that comic book transition, right? When it fades to white and everything just kind of bursts back to color. And then you can just see like she's snapping, right? She's crying. She snaps. And she's like, all right.
She loses all control there.
Yeah, she goes berserk. Like, that's literally going berserk.
Yeah, she is. That is a great animation.
I love that transition, man.
Like the blue in her eyes, and then she just gets this blue glow when she's on the field. That is awesome, dude. Wow.
But like again, all the shattering glass that takes place, right? It really just signifies everything just breaking in her mind, right?
Yeah.
Like she's losing her mind. And then you see the it almost looks like a body or something, just kind of like twitching there in the foreground as well, right? Which you're gonna see right here. And then it's gone.
Yeah.
So
she just snaps. She lets go.
Yeah. So she lets loose. And she is a great character for Elysian Tribe Tower, which I know has got nothing to do with the animation, but I do use her quite a bit, and I really appreciate this burst animation.
I love this burst animation. This is great, dude.
Yeah, I think it's awesome.
Good work. A lot of attention to detail. Yeah. Wow.
Just literally all the changes in that short window for a burst. Again, it's sick. I think this is an 8 out of 10 for me.
I think this is a 9 for me.
9 out of 10 for you? Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, man. I really like that.
I love how
gotta
she
say.
seems so like she's trying to be innocent, she's helpless, and then all of a sudden she just snaps.
Yep. Yeah, I know.
Right.
It's literally the switch just gets flipped, right?
Yeah.
It's pretty damn sick. I really love that. Anyways, that is going to do it for the Elysian Burst animations, our ratings on them. Let us know if you guys think differently down in the comments below. Let us know if you think that we're wrong about anything, or if we're right about anything, or which ones were your favorites as well. We want to know. We want to talk about it. And if you guys want to see more of these in the future, let us know down in the comments below as well. And I'll see if I can get Jordan to come back and hang out with us for a bit, and then we'll rate some more for Missilus, Tetra, Abnormal, Pilgrim, and yeah, we'll see what happens anyways. But that's going to do it for our ratings. Thank you guys very much for watching, as always, and if you guys wouldn't be so kind to just give the video a thumbs up, and also please consider subscribing to the channel. It helps very, very much. Yeah, it has been very fun doing a lot of these Nikke videos, so I'm really hoping to do a lot more in the future. Anyways, that's it for us, so we will see you all for the next one. Take care. Peace.